For those who received Astrazeneca for your first dose, you will have a choice for your second dose here starting next week.
It's the news 280,000 in BC have been waiting for, what their second shot will be. Their decision now, switch to Pfizer or Moderna, or stick with AstraZeneca for that second shot.
The rare risk of blood clots is less, considerably less for dose 2. Secondly, we know that the vaccine effectiveness, the real-world effectiveness of how well the vaccine works to protect you is just as good with AstraZeneca as with a Pfizer vaccine. So there's no there's nothing there that would say you should have one or the other.
She says the preference is that both shots are the same if possible, but are safe and effective if mixed. Metro Vancouver Dr. Barinder Narang has been advocating for people to get vaccinated, and he's prepared for many conversations.
I think that it's from an individual perspective, patients, community need to weigh it at their own risk. What is my risk in my house right now?
Like Dr. Henry, he says for most people, the first shot they can get is the best one they can get.
We know that we have trust that public health has been guiding us right. And so we need to take that trust, apply it to this now, the second dose strategy, and say, okay, I trust what they're doing, but I just want to make sure I understand it and I'm able to educate my patients on it.
As it is for Pfizer and Moderna, AstraZeneca second shots will be at 8 weeks. Calls to book those second doses starting next week from pharmacies and public health. They'll be in the same order first doses were given, where they were given. BC's already surpassed the target to remove many restrictions come July 1st. That's to have at least 70% of people 18 plus in BC with at least a dose. We already have nearly 72%. But Dr. Henry says there are many more factors.
Who's still at risk, what populations need to bump up the immunization rates, and it's the minimum that we need to achieve to be able to move to the next step.
Well, there are still transmissions occurring. She says the province is definitely on the right track to get back to some kind of normal over the next few months, at least until cold and flu season comes again in the fall.
We will have enough vaccine for everybody to receive their first and their second dose by the end of summer, and very likely much before that. So we all need to be patient.
For City News in Victoria, I'm News 1130's Liza Yuzda.